as a company, we have access to them, yes.
So you could?
If I walk over there and sit next to Mr. Johnson and carry my phone, does Google know that I was sitting here and then I moved over there?
In early days, before 1890s, they used to maintain underground theaters.
I said you mischaracterized.
37% of teenage girls between 13 and 15 were exposed to unwanted in a week on Instagram. You knew about it. Who did you fire?
तो लड़कियां भी जा रही हैं आजकल। तो वही बात हुई, तभी तो ये सब।
If you put your diamond on the street, certainly the dog will take it out. You can't stop.
In India, the reality is shocking. Crimes against women are reported daily. On average, 86 cases are registered every single day, whether in schools.
Well, in a shocking incident, a 4-year-old student has been raped inside her school in Greater Noida area of the National Capital Region.
Hospitals, or even within homes. Life is much bigger than the small cage these industries build around you. Look at this article from Times of India. A 31-year-old man arrested for hugging and kissing on the lips of a 14-year-old girl on her way to school on a skywalk. Now see this. A man from Punjab kisses a small kid while she was playing on the streets. And this. A man kisses a minor girl walking on street. There are many incidents happened all over the world, not only in one country or state. Now let me ask you all a question. Who do you think is responsible for all these incidents? You say the man, obviously. But how did he manage to get this type of cruel and inhuman idea?
According to the latest government figures, a woman is in India every 20 minutes.
There are 3 different characteristics on India's rapist profiles. First one is relationship between the victim and 97% of rape cases in India are done by the known person from their family or friends. That means, if 100 rapes are committed in India, 97% are someone known to the victim. And another characteristic is young people. According to the research, most ages are in between 20 to 30. But why young? The first reason is their friends. In college or school, the man will have a fantasy to develop toxic masculinity known as sigma, alpha, beta males. This type of fantasy will come to their minds because of watching films like this. Because of the show-off and attitude he had will portray him as a man. But in reality, they can be called as immature personality. And third characteristic is level of education. When Madhumita Pandey, who is a well-known criminologist, interviewed the rapists from Bihar jail, and many people are dropouts of school from 3rd or 4th, and they blame the victim instead of blaming themselves.
अगर कोई शरीफ लड़की होती है रात को 9 बजे मतलब नहीं घूमती है, लड़के भी उतने उससे ज़्यादा जिम्मेदार है रेप के लिए, नहीं लड़के हैं उससे ज़्यादा.
The name of the guy that you are seeing right now is Mukesh Singh. He is a rapist who charged with Nirbhaya case. And the shocking things they said was, if they were traditional, if they wear good clothes, it won't happen. And also people believe that women are not meant to live independently.
क्योंकि लड़कियां आवारा फोन में घूमती रहती है सड़कों पर, लड़कियों को बाहर नहीं निकलना चाहिए, जब कोई काम हो जब तभी निकलना चाहिए.
Even few people on the urban areas believe that men are on top of women.
जनानी तो नीचे ही आ गया,
चाहे किसी बड़ी हो,
किसी नीचे.
They are the ones that meant to control us. And they have the power to control a woman.
इसको कैसे ना कैसे निपट लेंगे इससे तो फिर वो मेल का ही बहुत पलड़ा भारी रहता है.
And that is why 29% of Indian women believes that husband hitting his wife is okay. Because of separation between men and women, even little children will start to think.
लड़कियां लड़कों को देख के स्माइल करती है तो वो अगलों को ऐसे लगता है कि हमारी तरह आकर्षित हो रही है, इस वजह से रेप होता है.
But the thing is, what about a girl who quietly lives in her home without going out? And what about women who have the age above 50s, who don't wear jeans pants, and who don't wear reveling clothes? And what about the little children? Why all this happens? Even though women are fully dressed too.
अब देखिए लड़का तो जाता है हर जगह, अकेला भी जाता है कहीं कमाने के लिए, मुंबई, कलकत्ता, मद्रास या विदेश। तो लड़कियां भी जा रही हैं आजकल। तो वही बात हुई, तभी तो ये सब हो रहा है।
The problem is not in their dress or what they wear. Even though wearing reveling clothes is not at all good thing to do, which is destroying the culture of India.
They left our Indian culture. They were under imagination of the filmy culture in which they could do anything.
Few girls, mainly who left their home for a job, they will totally change and adopt to a nature where girls feel wearing revealing clothes also is showing beauty. But it is not.
Girl or woman are more precious than a gem, than a diamond. It is up to you how you want to keep that diamond in your hand. If you put your diamond on the street, certainly the dog will take it out. You can't stop.
Look at all these. These are websites where you can find all kinds of videos that people watch every day. It's true. See the titles. About a teenager and an older person. About step relations. About different family roles. Neighbors, passengers, workers, friends. These are not only on one site. This type of content is publicly available all over the world on millions of websites. We may think this is really happening, but in reality, they are just acting.
For the most part, it's mechanics. It's a fantasy. It's a fantasy world. Sorry, hate the
But some people whose mindset is not mature enough may start to develop unhealthy thoughts. And as a result...
So the child was in class 8 when her abuse began. Someone shot a photograph of her and her friend and subsequently started blackmailing her.
And they start to develop these kinds of feelings, which can push them in the wrong direction.
We're talking about young, educated men in their 20s but have been repeat offenders.
This shows how strongly such material can shape people's minds and choices. This industry is not a small one. It is bigger than many official industries. If you posted a video on a site like this, let's say there is a website called super.com. Then it won't only be available there. It will also spread to super.co.in, super.edu, and many other places. Even if you delete it, it won't disappear from the internet. Do you know how much money they generate in a year? Almost $97 billion annually, and per day, roughly $279 million. And another large platform like this offers subscriptions. That's right, monthly subscriptions, even though it is also free in many places. And some women believe this is a good way to earn money, making a living in this manner.
थोड़ा Instagram पे भी है, थोड़ा सा OnlyFans पे भी है, तो it's like a good source of income. तो क्यों नहीं करूँ मैं?
Even beggars are better than this actually. Have you ever wondered who created this corn industry? The first corn website is published in 1994, where the name of this website is this. But even before the internet era, in early days, before 1890s, they used to maintain underground theaters, and on weekly ones, they used to play the show for audience where only men are allowed. And even before that, there used to be photographs which people used to sell them for money. And later came arts, and the main and crucial times that the corn becomes so popular among every country is through films like this, which are made in 1970s, where those are the first ever films to include the corn publicly. So the idea of corn industry is not made by one man, but was grown with time. As it changes, the industry changed and became a revolution, which is destroying the lives of many people nowadays.
Well, the question is whether the government is acting as moral police or whether there is any legitimacy at all in deciding to crack down on more than 800 websites. We've got Anubhav.
Even though governments have officially banned many of these websites, declaring them illegal, they continue to spread. As people grow older and get married, these stored images and ideas can influence relationships.
Police has arrested 3 people. The accused wife, Nikita Singhania.
They may pressure their partners, believing that what they saw on a screen must be repeated in real life. They may even feel proud of it, not recognizing it as a mistake.
एक
पार्टनर एक्सेसिव पोर्न देखता है तो ये मैरिज खराब ही करे।
People often forget morals, values, culture, and dignity, all for a moment of pleasure. But afterwards, many are left with regret. Some don't even enjoy watching such content, yet because of temptation, they continue, and soon after, they feel guilty about it. And this industry has grown to such a huge scale that stopping it completely feels impossible.
I said you mischaracterized.
37% of teenage girls between 13 and 15 were exposed to unwanted in a week on Instagram. You knew about it. Who did you fire?
We often see reports of private videos appearing online. How does this really happen? In many cases, it may come from someone trying to act out of anger or frustration. But often, it happens without the person's knowledge at all. But the question is, how does it really happen? When your phone stops working, you might take it to a repair shop. Some dishonest repair shops have been known to copy or share personal files. You might wonder how they get access, even when you hide files in a private gallery. The truth is, on a phone, there is no such thing as complete privacy. Everything you see, record, or store leaves a trace.
Contents of emails and Google documents.
We store the data, but we don't read or look at your Gmail.
But you have access to them.
As a company, we have access to them, yes.
So you could.
If I walk over there and sit next to Mr. Johnson and carry my phone, does Google know that I was sitting here and then I moved over there?
Now let's talk about the movie industry. Many actors have admitted that without compromising certain demands, it's nearly impossible to get opportunities in films.
Wanted थोड़ा सा seductive, sensual ये वो, so don't wear anything अंदर. But sir ये कैसे? तो it's like नहीं but हम फोटो तो यहीं तक ही लेंगे ना. Like फोटो यहीं तक लेंगे, but आप बैठे हो सामने like क्या बोल रहे हो?
The same is true in modeling.
माने आपको बिना सोए काम मिल ही नहीं सकता. It's impossible.
The film industry, along with parts of social media, is moving closer to normalizing what can be called soft adult content. Platforms encourage trends where women openly showcase clothing under the label, "Get ready with me." While some may see it as harmless, the truth is, it gains attention because people share, like, and comment on it. This cycle fuels profit, and before long, many of these individuals end up as influencers, or even with film offers. This constant exposure to adult-themed media, whether in films, web series, or online platforms, plants a mindset in people, almost like a repeated script. It can influence behavior in dangerous ways. In India, the reality is shocking. Crimes against women are reported daily. On average, 86 cases are registered every single day, whether in schools.
Well, in a shocking incident, a 4-year-old student has been raped inside her school in Greater Noida area of the National Capital Region.
Hospitals, or even within homes. Young men with great potential and big dreams lose focus because this industry keeps pulling them down. Even though some of this content is technically banned, information spreads through Instagram and other platforms, teaching people which movie has such scenes and which sites to visit. Young people think they're just entertaining themselves. But in reality, they're feeding an industry that destroys discipline, self-control, and eventually, lives. Getting over lust is one of the hardest battles. But once you do, you are already halfway toward achieving your goals, towards becoming someone your parents can be proud of. Life is much bigger than the small cage these industries build around you. Break free while you still have time. Otherwise, who knows? Maybe you start to have the disorder also. Since the committed crimes were also done by the people who came from your age and who lived their life like you did.